Hello and welcome to another edition of Pensacola Habitat for Humanity here on BLAB TV. My name is Ben Boynton. I'm the Communications Manager. We've got a really great episode for you today. Right here we are just at the end of fiscal year 2024 for our organization. So we're going to take a little bit of time and highlight some of the things that we've accomplished and achieved over the last 12 months. And then a little bit later we're going to talk about our Restore, which many of you are familiar with, and some of the great things that we have on sale there at the Restore. 2024 was or fiscal year 2024 was a great year for us. We've had a lot of growth. Our events are bigger and better than ever. Some of you probably attended our gala, which had a record-setting net profit for us this past year. Our Women Build, our 10th Women Build last year, raised $150,000 on its own, which is just incredible, and we're barreling towards another really successful one this year. But all those events, all the other things that we've had that are so successful, all are geared towards funding our mission. And our mission includes our many programs that we offer to the community. And so I thought nobody would be better to talk about the growth that those programs had, which is truly just remarkable in the past 12 months, than our good friend, Director of Programs, Betsy McDonald. Betsy, thank you for joining me here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Ben. It's great to be here again.
Of course, yeah. I know you and I have done this a few times, and we just, like I said, have had such a great year with the support of our community, and there's nobody better in my mind to kind of talk about some of the heights that we've reached and some of the ways that we've been able to impact our community with the support of those in our area. So let's just dive right in.
Sure. Yeah. So for our homebuyer program, that's where we build and sell and help secure financing for folks that are eligible for that program. We did more than 49 homes.
That's incredible.
So that's a huge number for us. It's up year over year. We continue to grow that program and do more and more to help folks attain affordable homeownership. So we're super excited to end the year with that. We also help folks secure down payment assistance through that program as well. And that's where they earn sweat equity. They get to build on their home and on their neighbor's home. And it's a really amazing program. We're super proud to see where that all has grown in the last fiscal year. Additionally, through our community development program, which I've been on the show before about previously, that's where, as a reminder, we focus on stabilizing neighborhoods and communities one homeowner at a time through our repair program predominantly. We repaired more than 43 homes through that program. So that's 43 residents in our community that now have a safe and stable place to continue living. And in most cases, it's those older adults that are 62 plus or our veterans, our most vulnerable populations that now can stay in their home for another year. So we're really excited about that program as well. We also were able to give out so many tarps through our partnership with the Be Ready Alliance, which focuses on disaster preparedness and disaster recovery. So we gave out tons of tarps to lots of our community members to help dry their home in as well. We've had a really wet spring season, so that was really crucial for so many people in our community.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know that 49 homes is just truly a remarkable number, especially, we've been productive in the past, but now we actually rank in the top 10 nationwide of all Habitat for Humanity affiliates. We are number 9 in terms of homes built, which I really think is just a testament to the support that we have in this community.
Absolutely. Totally agree. And how amazing our staff and our teams are back at our office that are supporting this. Our guys in the construction site that are building every day, whether it's raining or it's super hot outside, they're out there building these homes that we can get our qualified applicants into them. So it's truly a remarkable accomplishment.
Absolutely. And I know that we also have grown our HUD housing as well.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. So our HUD housing counseling program is where we work to serve our community on one-on-one counseling sessions and also through group education initiatives. We prepare folks for home ownership through that 8-hour course, but we'll also meet one-on-one with buyers and meet them where they're at and help them increase their credit score, boost their savings that they have, and really create momentum for them to achieve that home ownership goal. We also have worked to support foreclosure intervention and rental eviction prevention as well. So that has been a huge program for us. It's grown in the last 3 years from 0 to, they're on a federal fiscal year, so they measure a little bit different than our traditional fiscal year calendar, but we helped more than 50 community members through pre-purchase, foreclosure intervention, and also preventing eviction for those that are our renters. Additionally, we supported the Florida's Homeowners Assistance Fund program, so we were supporting homeowners across the state of Florida, not just in our community. and that's with 4 counselors. So we are truly wearing all of the hats to really support our community members wherever they're at in the homeownership journey.
And that's just all such incredible growth. All 3 of those programs, some of our core programs have really just grown so much year over year. And
Right.
I know we're excited to see where they continue to go here in fiscal year 2025. One of our newer programs that many of our viewers have probably heard about in the news
Right.
recently is our Community Land Trust. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I know that we have a video prepared that we're going to queue up here real quick by the Grounded Solutions Network, just to give a little bit of context to what a community land trust is. So go ahead and watch this quick video, and then we'll come back to talk about the Northwest Florida Community Land Trust.
Community land trusts, or CLTs, are nonprofit organizations that acquire, own, and steward land permanently for the common good. The most common CLT land use is housing, but retail, office, and a variety of other uses are possible. CLTs give formal decision-making voice and power to local community residents in determining land uses. Here's how CLTs make home buying affordable for families in their communities. First, the CLT builds or buys homes using one-time public or private investment. Next, the CLT sells just the home to a low-income buyer who qualifies for a mortgage, and the CLT keeps the land, holding it in trust for future generations of home buyers. In return for being able to buy a home at a discounted price, the family agrees to pay it forward and sell to another low-income family at a price they can afford. The CLT manages the sales process, ensuring that each home-buying family builds some wealth from a predetermined, limited amount of the sales proceeds. In this way, the one-time public or private investment in CLT homes makes lasting affordability a reality and stabilizes communities. And CLTs benefit the larger community too, as they preserve and protect housing for long-term residents, helping to build stronger, safer, and higher quality diverse neighborhoods, contributing to greater educational attainment, employment opportunities, and health outcomes. Visit groundedsolutions.org to learn more about CLTs today.
So that video, I think, does a really good job of highlighting what a community land trust is. But Betsy, I was hoping you could speak a little bit more specifically about our community land trust, the Northwest Florida Community Land Trust, and its impact on our community.
Absolutely, and I just want to call out that the Grounded Solutions Network is really considered the grandfather of community land trust. They're a central hub to where they've professionally trained myself and a number of my staff in what it means to be a community land trust and how to best steward a community land trust here in our community. So here in Northwest Florida, we've launched the Northwest Florida Community Land Trust. We created it as a response to the community's need. We began to see our lowest income earners, who arguably are the ones that need access to affordable home ownership the most, they were continually being left behind in the market. So we struggled due to rising construction costs, land costs, and the overall demand of housing in our area. We quickly realized that we weren't serving those 30 to 50% area median income earners, which again is our lowest community income earners here. And as an organization, it was time to act. So we created the Community Land Trust, and it functions as a model that separates the underlying land from the structure itself. So owners will purchase the home, but they'll lease the underlying land on a 99-year renewable ground lease. The homeowner owns the home, like I mentioned, but it's an alternative to renting, I think, is the key distinction for a community land trust. This isn't an alternative to fee simple traditional home ownership. This is really designed to help folks get out of a high-cost rental situation and into a home ownership equity building opportunity. When there comes time, whether the owner wants to sell the home or chooses to, wants to move on to a different home, maybe they want to leave the community, there's actually a resale formula that's put into place, and that allows appreciation sharing between the homeowner and the community land trust. So they get to take that, hopefully, equity and also savings that they've got monthly from paying a lower housing cost versus market rate rent. They can apply that towards maybe getting into traditional fee simple home ownership. So it's a really great opportunity for our lowest income earners or in our most high cost areas of our community to really gain access to home ownership.
Yeah, I know. We're just so excited about this community land trust. It's been, like I said, we've gotten some news coverage lately. We've had some big wins in our community.
Yeah, we have.
Specifically, I want to briefly shout out Impact 100. Really helped us with a grant that has helped put land into that land trust.
Absolutely, yeah. So we were so grateful and appreciative to receive $100,000 from the Impact 100 grant from this last grant cycle. Like Ben mentioned, we were able to secure a number of infill lots across our community that will, again, really create opportunities for us to start building and continue to just build on this momentum that we have with the Community Land Trust.
So Betsy, looking forward, real quick in our last minute here, I know we're continuing to grow all of our programs.
Yeah.
We'd love to see some growth there. What can folks expect to see from us in the next 12 months, and how can they get involved in supporting those efforts?
Great questions. So we hope to do 58 homes in the next fiscal year. We're already starting off strong. We've got some of those underway with our new construction builds. We're also going to rehab some existing homes in the market and also build some market rate homes for folks that are higher income earners. So check our website for all of that information. Additionally, apply. Go to PensacolaHabitat.org/homebuyer, and you can see all of our information about our program, how to apply, and how to get the process started. We're always looking for land. Donate land, donate your time, donate your treasure. We will accept it with open arms, and we will deploy it and put it to good use to help us triple these numbers in the future. So I think that's the best way for folks to get involved with us.
Awesome. And I'll shout out one more way, extra credit. If you see our events in the community, we have a lot of events that support these programs as well. Our gala this year is going to be on November 14th, so be on the lookout for information about that. We've got our Women Build that we mentioned is going on year-round. You can help fundraise as part of that. We have other special builds, like our brand new Pride Build is coming. So just keep an eye on our social channels at Pensacola Habitat, and get ready to help us make the next 12 months even bigger and better. Betsy,
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we'll take a quick break and come back with some information about the Restore after this.
This is my first home I've ever owned. It's the home that I want my son to grow up in. It's just something I want to keep in the family and build on.
For us, it's more than just the walls. It's more than even the affordable mortgage. It's redemptive for us to have this house. It's changed our life, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
It's really hard to change the world, but it's really easy to change your neighborhood. The legacy that you help us leave will be generational. It's truly a noble mission.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for volunteering at the Pensacola Habitat Restore today. Your time and dedication will help people save money, find quality items, and help Pensacola Habitat for Humanity serve the community. We couldn't do what we do without you, so thank you.
Welcome back to this episode of Pensacola Habitat for Humanity on BLAB TV. Again, I'm Ben Boynton, the Communications Manager. We just heard from Betsy McDonald, our Director of Programs, about some of the great growth that our affiliate has had over the last 12 months, specifically some of our programs and events. So I felt like that was a natural segue to go over to the other side of our operations. We are not just a builder, we're not just a provider of those services, but we also have our Restore, the Pensacola Habitat for Humanity Restore. And so joining me today to talk a little bit about all things Restore is Clay Copeland, the Director of Retail Operations for us. So Clay, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Ben. Thanks for having me. I sure appreciate BLAB and all they're doing for us and giving us a platform for talking a little bit about what we're doing over here at the Restore.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like you're just copying my style at the Restore.
I've seen you wearing the black before, and I know how good it looked on you. So I figured, what the heck, I guess it's cool that we're matching.
Yeah, it's good, and we're gonna match some of that exciting energy from the first half of our show here, because I know it's been a really great year for the Restore. If you want to maybe briefly touch on some of the growth that we've seen.
Sure, absolutely. The Restore, I've got to say, we've been tremendously blessed this year. We've seen growth in sales. We've seen obviously growth in donors. We've seen growth in our volunteers' commitment. A lot of times I have to explain to the consumers as they're coming in and out of the store making their purchases what we're doing there, because they don't entirely get that. So I'd like to take a second and just kind of reiterate that not only are we a portion of the funding source for building homes, but we are a source for our home buyers earning their sweat equity in the store. That's part of the process to get through the home buyer program, is performing some sweat equity hours, so they come to the store and they perform sweat equity. We're a great place for builders and big box retailers alike. Drop these tremendous donations on us, and I always tell my staff at the store that with every donor, we're basically saving the planet one donation at a time. I know that sounds silly, but these donations would have clearly landed in a dumpster or in a landfill somewhere and be buried over for eternity. But by putting them back into the market and back into the community, local area consumers are coming in there, and they're making out on really good deals on things that they might not have been able to afford had it not been for us offering them there at the Restore. And then the last thing on what we do and how we do it is we are a platform for a tremendous amount of volunteer hours. We're seeing volunteers in groups coming from local area organizations where they're earning their service hours. Most organizations give a certain amount of service hours, right? So we're seeing big groups of 5, 6, 8, 10 people coming in at a time doing service hours. And then we have individuals who, from retirees that need something to do to people that are trying to get through their Bright Future Scholarship, from all walks of life, really coming in, doing volunteer hours. And at the end of the day, what better way to feel good about what you're doing and yourself than giving back a little time for a great cause?
Absolutely, yeah. And you touched on something a little bit in there, talking about like how we have really, the donation side of our business, but we also have really, beautiful new purchased product that we sell at the store as well, that a lot of folks, when they hear Restore, probably are thinking of some of that donated product, which is in great shape. We don't sell stuff that's not in good shape for the consumer, but we also have some brand new purchased product that folks can buy as well, such as like our mattresses. We have the best prices on paint in town, I've heard.
I think so. I agree with that.
We have great prices on paint and stuff like that's brand new for folks to buy as well. I know we've really expanded some of our sales. We're all about a good deal over at the Restore. We have our traditional tag sales that folks have come to know and love, but some stuff that I think people in our community may not know about. We have a military discount every day. All active duty military, 10% off. That I think is a really good deal that we do. Obviously we really support veterans and active duty military. We're in Pensacola, there's a lot of those folks around here. And so it's really good to have that sale. Every month we have a senior day. Correct me if I'm wrong, Clay, it's the third Wednesday of every month?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity for some of the older folks in our community to save on some products.
I've got to say, they really capitalize on that day. That's one of our best days of the entire month, is senior day, because they've come in and they've walked the store and they've looked at the things they want, and then we have the discount, and they all come in on the same day every month. But another good day to come in is the first of every month, because in our tag sale, our program tag sale, things are always being reduced at the Restore, and they go through a certain amount of time on the floor at regular cost or regular retail price, and then they go to a 25% markdown in time, and then they go to a 50% markdown in time. And if they make it through that whole gambit of price markdowns, then they get price adjusted again, and they go through the same process. So first of the month to me is one of the best times to come to the Restore, because everything's getting adjusted a little bit and prices are being marked down.
And we actually brought, as you may have noticed at home, we brought some of the stuff from the Restore here to the studio here. If we want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that folks can expect to see at the store, Clay. I know you've got quite the selection of goods here, if you want to go through a little bit.
I like to bring in a mixed bag of things, because honestly, if you took at a glance, if you were shopping at the Restore, you wouldn't necessarily be able to point to the things that maybe a donated item or maybe something that the store's buying. And you alluded to that earlier. We are buying some things. We're buying paint, and I gotta say that paint, I use that in the store. I've used it at home. Green sheen paint is $18 a gallon. It's really hard right now to go out into the world and buy paint that cheaply. But you could see things like this, brand new drapery curtains in the bag. You can see things like brand new air filters in the bag that have been donated by big box retailers. And so my point is don't think you can come in there and pinpoint to what's a donation and what's a purchase item, because we have brand new things in the bag that have been donated in bulk. So we do, like you said, we do routine pickups. We do pickups at individuals' homes, and we do pickups at corporations and large organizations. We have a very staunch group of donation specialists out there that are extremely picky about what they pick up and don't pick up. As the price of everything has kind of slipped up, gone up, as we know, the price of throwing things away is expensive too. So we have to be really picky about what we pick up, because we want to make sure that it gets resold and put back into the community at affordable price.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's always something new at the Restore, and these are some small things that we brought with us. But we always have. I love, part of my job is I get to go over there every week and kind of take a look and highlight some of the stuff on social media. And there's always something gorgeous. I know as we're recording this now, there's a beautiful, beautiful grandfather clock sitting right there at the Restore. I saw a whole bunch of couches and tables, stuff that you're used to seeing. We've also got all sorts of unique things, stuff that you just always have to check back and find. We've got hurricane shutters. I saw a small portable generator the other day. I think that the Restore is great, because you can always expect some of the categories to be well stocked, and especially if you're a DIYer or somebody that is a contractor and maybe looking for some materials cheaper than where you could get them elsewhere. We're always going to have those things, but you just got to stop by the store, because you never know what to find.
You're guaranteed to find a bargain at the Restore, and you're guaranteed to find a mixed bag of merchandise. I mean, we have everything from doors to windows to vinyl siding to small hardware items, nuts and bolts. And then we have a great furniture selection. As you mentioned, I just got a large truckload of furniture from a manufacturer out of Alabama that is slowly getting onto the floor. It takes some effort. It has to be unboxed and assembled, but you're going to see brand new furniture pieces on our floor that are going to be at a third of what you'd pay at the manufacturer, to be honest, a third or less. And so some of the things that just came in, if I could just point out real quick, Pinnacle cabinets just dropped off 3 or 4 big truckloads of brand new cabinets in the box. Home Depot and Lowe's drop off almost every day. And then our local area builders are taking things that, there again, we'll go to the scrap yard and they're putting them on our sales floor, and people are making out big buys on that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we just constantly are so thankful for those donors and those relationships that we've cultivated. And I know your team is really good at building those relationships, and these manufacturers and organizations know that they can trust us to find good homes.
Absolutely.
And those donations, the money that we make from those sales, like we said at the top, that money goes into our mission and helps our community. So people aren't just shopping for themselves; they're helping their community as well. So if we've got some shoppers at home, Clay, that they've been to the Restore before, they like shopping there, but they're wondering if there's some sort of rewards program or something that they can join. Do you think that we have something like that maybe recently started at the Restore?
That we have, and something that You know, I guess to give you the backdrop real quick, we have a lot of routine customers coming in shopping our store. Literally, we can see the same group of guys a couple times a week. And we thought, hey, we should really be doing something to give back to this core group of committed customers. And we found this loyalty program, which you've done a great job of helping us implement. And basically, for every $100 spent, you get a $5 reward that gets basically stockpiled for you, just as most rewards occur in other retailers. We're stockpiling your money up so that at some point when you come in, at $50 actually, when you get $50 stockpiled in our bank account, you come in and you spend that and you get some really great things. It's still new and we're still getting people on board, so come in now while it's still fresh and new to us.
Yeah, and actually if you're watching at home, you can sign up right now. All you got to do is text 844-260-4752. You just text the word yes, and that'll sign you up for the Restore Rewards, and we'll be able to get you to start earning some rewards there. Clay, if people are looking to come to the Restore, they're unfamiliar with where we are, where are we and when can they stop by?
So we're open Tuesday through Saturday, closed on Sunday and Monday. But we're at the corner of Creighton and 9th Avenue, so that's called the Eastgate Shopping Plaza. We're kind of back by the, Winn-Dixie's there, and then Pensacola Fitness is there, so we're back in the corner. But I wanted to say, those folks out there with donations, we have an open loading dock on the back. Tuesday through Wednesday, you can drive around the back of the building, Tuesday through Saturday. Around to the back of the building, there's a doorbell there. You push the doorbell and we come out and help you unload. And then likewise, you can schedule a free donation pickup by going online to PensacolaRestore.com, and we'll come out, we'll pick up your stuff there again Tuesday through Saturday, no charge to you.
Yeah, and just like Clay said, that's a free service for residents of Santa Rosa and Escambia counties. Can if you've got something that's good at home that you just no longer need, we're happy to come take it and give it a second home. Well, Clay, thank you for joining us here.
Pleasure.
We've got a lot of really great stuff at the Restore. Truly, you'll shop for the first time every time.
That's great.
So you definitely want to stop by, especially here in the summer. You've got some summer projects that you want to build, some stuff at home, some DIY. We've got a lot of great flooring and tile as well. Clay mentioned windows, paint. We've got it all at the Restore. So make sure you stop by, like Clay said, corner of 9th and Creighton. And that'll do it for our episode today. Make sure to follow along on social media and our website for more information on our programs, our Restore, and everything else. And thanks for joining, and we appreciate your support.
Have a great day.